I'm Sarah Spencer, and in this video I'm going to tell you a bit about me, my background, and how I came to establish Think Like a Tree. I'll also share photos of my smallholding in South Derbyshire, showing how I've used permaculture to design productive spaces for myself, my family, and the other living beings we share our land with. You'll also learn how my passion for designing landscapes transitioned into a passion for helping people design their lives and their businesses. In 2003, my husband with our 3 children pooled our resources with my parents to buy a 9-acre smallholding in South Derbyshire. Around that time, I discovered permaculture, a design system that uses patterns and principles from nature to design for human needs without destroying the ecosystems on which we all depend. In 2003, the land was an overgrazed horsefield with no trees. Over time, we planted many fruit trees, sowed a wildflower meadow, dug spring-fed ponds, created a forest garden and planted 1,500 native trees, all with the aim of providing for our family and whilst creating habitats for wildlife. The forest garden is a multi-layer edible woodland that provides fruit, vegetables, timber and craft materials and is very low maintenance. The forest garden has fertility designed in, and the diversity means that pests and diseases are less likely to gain a hold. It is resilient to floods and droughts too. Our orchards are abundant with apples, pears, cherries, plums and bees. In the woodland, we chose trees that we can coppice for woodland craft materials and for firewood. Coppice is a system that promotes longevity in trees and allows for different wildlife habitats such as wildflowers to emerge. Our no-dig vegetable gardens provide food for our family. At home, we insulated and installed solar panels and tried to live a lower impact life. Our smallholding is a constant source of inspiration for my work with Think Like a Tree. In 2013, I co-founded and undertook the permaculture design for Whistlewood Common, a community-owned woodland social enterprise in South Derbyshire. Over the last few years, this has been transformed from bare field to a thriving new ecosystem of 3,500 trees, 150 fruit trees, and straw bale and timber classroom and event space. But my life was about to change. I live with a lifelong chronic illness, and in 2015 a particularly bad spell left me in bed for over a year. So I turned to the same natural principles that I had been using to design land and gardens to design my way back to health. I discovered that nature is the best problem solver and the best source of wisdom for living a healthy and resilient life. At that time, I was completing my diploma in applied permaculture design and used my knowledge to design a new livelihood that would work for me and work towards my vision of a better world in the face of the climate, ecological and human well-being crises. I had to make the difficult decision to step away from the hard physical work I had been doing and embrace the challenge of a new career. I established Think Like a Tree in 2017, which shares regenerative solutions for individuals and organisations, all inspired by nature's wisdom. In 2019, I published the book Think Like a Tree, The Natural Principles Guide to Life, and in 2021, Inspired by Trees Creative Workbook. Think Like a Tree also has a network of facilitators sharing this regenerative way of thinking and living. My motivation remains being part of the exciting shift from a world that is based on an outdated and destructive worldview of infinite growth and exploitation of people and non-human nature into a new, nature-inspired worldview supporting individuals and businesses to truly thrive.